The Hadouken, Street Fighter's most distinguishable special attack, recognizable by both older and newer generations, has been equal to the Street Fighter name. It has been a trademark for the Street Fighter franchise since its debut in the 1980s. From official and licensed merchandise, we have seen Hadouken Everlast cologne, denim Hadouken style jeans, and Hadouken style plush pillows. We can see how the Hadouken is very influential in our modern day pop culture. On this episode of the Street Fighterverse, we will touch topics such as what is the Hadouken origin, what does Hadouken mean, different types of Hadoukens, and possible inspirations from Goku's Kamehameha. We will also see guest appearances of the Hadouken in different gaming franchises. So, jump on the wave, and let me welcome you to another episode of the Street Fighterverse. The Hadouken, or Hadouken, which translated into English means wave motion fist, or fist of surge, is a special attack from the Capcom Street Fighter fighting games. It is often associated with a fireball, due to the resemblance of fire when the wave motion fist is applied. This special attack is achieved by the character thrusting their palms forward, sending a surge of spit energy or ki towards the opponent, which is also known as the ki blast. In Japan, ki is the energy of everything that is in you and around you. It is the energy that moves the visible and the invisible. In Street Fighter, characters that use the Hadouken are Ryu and Ken, since the first Street Fighter, later joined by Sakura, Goken, and Akuma, which is also known as Goki in Japan. The original elements of the Hadouken were designed and created by Akira Nishitani and Akira Yasuda. The animation of Ryu and Ken displaying the Hadouken was made by Sohei Okano, which was responsible for creating the Street Fighter logo. The Hadouken inspiration is credited to the energy attack called Hadouho, which means wave motion gun, made famous by the 1970s anime Space Battleship Yamato. Game designer Takashi Nishiyama found a great inspiration in this anime. It's safe to say that the Capcom team could have found inspiration in Dragon Ball Z's Kamehameha attack, which was made famous by the series' main character Goku. After all, we can see in Akira Yasuda's workplace Dragon Ball figurines. The original Kamehameha was illustrated in 1986, where the Master Roshi manga was released, only a year before the Street Fighter came out in 1987. Most fighting games of the sprite-based era use at least some characters with projectile as special moves. And while the actual type of projectile launch varies from game to game and character to character, the execution and behavior of these attacks are often rather similar to the Hadouken. It is normally performed by the player moving the joystick or D-pad a quarter circle forward towards the opponent from the down position, then pressing a punch button. So for example, a character facing to the right would execute the move by pressing down, middle right, and right down, down forward, and then punch in a smooth motion. Although the execution has been always the same, the design, speed, damage, and other attributes of the technique vary in different games. The Hadouken can usually be performed in 3 different degrees, depending on which type punch is used. These will affect its speed, damage caused on impact, amount of recovery frames, and sometimes its range. The Hadouken itself has many variations, depending on the character in question that the move is associated with. For example, both Ryu and Akuma use a fire-based variant of the move called Shakunetsu Hadouken, or Blazing Surge Fist, which briefly engulfs its target in flames. Later, titles in the series that use super combo moves ramp up the power of the Hadouken, evolving it into the Shinku Hadouken, Vacuum Surge Fist. This takes one of 2 forms, depending on the game: an outsized fireball or a blast of constant energy. Street Fighter III introduced the Denjin Hadouken, an unblockable, electrified version, which could be stored by holding down the punch key for timing purposes. Introduced in the Capcom vs SNK series, Ryu uses a more powerful version called the Metsu Hadouken, which acts similar to the Denjin Hadouken, being unblockable and stunning the opponent. Street Fighter IV brought back the Metsu Hadouken, though it instead acts simply like a more powerful variant of the Shinku Hadouken. The latest entry in the series, Street Fighter V, brought back the Denjin Hadouken, which can be performed by performing the Shinku Hadouken while in Ryu's V-Trigger mode. An unofficial Rainbow edition of the Street Fighter II gave the Hadouken abilities to all characters, possibly influencing later official games. Since then, many others in the Street Fighter series have been given similar moves but have their own names for it. For example, Kairi and Alan Snyder both have such a move, the latter calling it Fire Force. Dalsum spits fire called Yoga Fire, and Chun-Li eventually gained a projectile move she calls the Kikwen, also known as the Chi Gong Fist. In Street Fighter III, Shan has no routine Hadouken, but can employ a similar super move named the Hadou Burst. Dan Hibiki utilizes a single-handed projectile called the Hadouken, also known as Self-Taught Fist, which has barely any range of power. Ace can also use the Hadouken in Street Fighter EX3, once the third set of usable arts is unlocked in the character edit mode. Other special moves derived from the Hadouken include the Soul Fist of Morrigan in the Darkstalker series. The Hadouken has been seen several times in the Capcom's Mega Man X platform game series. It was a hidden Easter egg ability in the first game Mega Man X, and its remake Mega Man Maverick Hunter X. In Mega Man X4, Magma Dragoon uses the move as well. It was also available to the player in the Mega Man Extreme games. The Tails Clan, a group of secret bosses in Mega Man X Command Mission, uses a move called Annihilator Hadouken. There are also Hadouken emotes in the massive multiplayer role-playing video game Monster Hunter World. The Hadouken term is very popular in our gaming lives and our modern-day pop culture. This special attack is what made the Street Fighter franchise have the outstanding success it has had over the years. Arguably, the most known fighting chant in any fighting game since the late 80s, the Hadouken will forever be a Street Fighter's mantra. We have talked about the origins of the Hadouken and the meaning of the word Hadouken. We have introduced the creators and designers of the Wave Motion Fist. We also shared the different types of Hadoukens, the Street Fighter characters who made the Hadouken famous, the inspiration and cameos for other video games franchises. Hadouken will definitely last for generations to come, for its creation has transcended from Street Fighter fans all the way to pop culture references. What do you think? What's your favorite Hadouken? What's your favorite Street Fighter move? Let us know in the comment section below. Remember to like and subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date on our new releases of the Street Fighterverse. Welcome to the center stage.